Good morning, everyone. It's that day again. I just love these days. I like going in and checking out the bees, seeing how they're doing. It is so cool and fascinating. Anyways, got a new order of something. So I know the Saskatraz by watching them the whole week. The hive that I have where the queen is over here, they are building super fast. The pollen they're bringing is unreal. It's I would say 3 times as the other hives from watching, timing them in a minute. So what I did is I ordered stuff from Man Lake because I knew I'd have to put another deep on soon or another super. I just want to make sure they get through the winter, so I'm going to add a deep, I think, and just watch them closely and make sure they build it. But the flow's on and they're building super fast. You'll see. Anyways, I wanted to show you, I got some plastic frames from Man Lake and they are so sticky. Look at all that wax they have on there from dipping it. So I think these are gonna work good. All right, I ordered 30 of them, so I'll be good for 3 deeps. Now I got 4 extra sitting on the table, so that'll be for switching some out if they're getting too big, and I'll put them in the freezer for next year for starting new hives and so forth. All right, without further ado, let's go check them out. Got a lot of ants, sugar ants. Okay, so this frame has all nectar and some pollen. And then, oh, the queen's on there right there. First frame I pulled. Oh, there's eggs down here. Okay, so they're definitely running out of room. Okay, nothing on that one yet. Okay, so these 2 last frames, there's nothing. So I'm gonna push this over. Got nectar in it. Klutz. This except for this corner and this corner up here, there's nectar and honey. The rest of it is eggs, larvae, and capped brood. Alright, well, that was pretty simple. A lot of bees. So, on to the other ones. And the Flow Hive. I'm not going to check the other Saskatraz hive, this one, the main colony, because they're making a cell and stuff, and I know everything's going good. So I'm going to check the one next to it, the bee weaver, and then you'll see behind me here, right there, I took the feed off of that one because it's been so hot and they're bearding outside. So I vented it for them and they haven't been bearding outside as much. But the nectar flow is on, so I want to see how they're doing. I did that yesterday. So I want to see how they're doing today and then know if I should put the feed back on or not. Bee weaver, here we come. Carpenter ants. I hate them things. We have them all over. We have really sandy soil. That's the other thing. I haven't filled up the sugar syrup for 3 days now, so that tells me that either they don't need it because the nectar flows on, or they don't want it because the nectar flows on, I should say. So looking down, they're not doing the greatest yet. They only have 4 frames of bees. I'm drying out that one, but nothing on that side. This one's heavy. Alright, so she got eggs in this one, nectar, pollen, got a little bit of everything in here. Capped honey, nectar on that side, and no eggs. There's the queen, my lower right. A bunch of larvae, some capped brood, capped honey. Whenever you have the queen, always hold it, or each frame, I'll make sure you always hold it over the box, so if something would fall and it's a queen, at least you'll fall in the box. So this whole frame has eggs and then some capped brood and then some larvae, but being she's on this frame, I'm not going to even lift it up there. So I'm not risking it. Alright, now that I know she's over there, come on girls, let's see what we got going on. Capped brood, some eggs. That's all the capped brood there. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but that's eggs, the little dots in the cells. So they didn't touch this better bee comb yet. They're not out that far. So I'm putting this in the center. Hopefully she'll lay more. Give it a little bit of a boost. This last one should be just honey. Oh, isn't that beautiful? It's so heavy. I was tempted to bring it in, just put it on my toast. Alright, so I'm gonna leave them alone. They still need to build, so they don't get any more frames. Let's check out what's going on in this one. And this is the one I split a bunch. Put a little bit of smoke in their front entrance so they know I'm coming. This hive was my strongest hive this spring, and then it kind of fell back. But boy, I split it 3 times. Look at this. It is solid bees. They are growing so fast. Just crazy how fast they can grow. So they're drying out this side. This is the farthest frame. And they're starting to draw out this one. And this is all nectar, and they're capping it. This one has some eggs in it. This one's got some eggs in the bottom, all nectar up here. Now they got some funny comb going on this one, so I think I might cut it off. You'll see as I pull it out here. What are they doing? See that just bulging like that? And look at this side. Cavities everywhere. There's eggs in there. I can't do nothing to that side. I'm just gonna leave it. Supersedure cell. I wonder why they want to get rid of her. So this one's full of larvae. But that's a supersedure cell. Right in the middle. See that? No egg in there. And this one's got eggs in it. Nothing on that side. They're just building it out though. Starting to smell bananas. That's not good. So I had to go get some ninja gear on. Sweating. Trying to do this in the morning because it's going to be 90 and humid again today. So but it's getting hot already. Okay, I'm gonna go into this hive. There's something I'm gonna tell you. Some of you guys have been waiting for this. This one's got the Flow Hive on it, okay? So my trick to get them up in the top, they recommend you put a little bit of feed in there and then they'll come up into the super. So I did one better. I took a half a gallon of feed, dumped it in the feeder and put it on top, feeding it like I would feed them normally. So I didn't dump any more in there. We're gonna see if they went through it, and that should bring it down into that super and start sealing it. But now when I take this off and do an inspection, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it on, all the burr comb I get off of this, I'm gonna smear it all over the frames, and they say they'll come to it like right away and they'll spread it out and they'll use that wax to fill it out. So let's try it. Oh, so it's all gone, so it worked. Sugar ants all over. I'm gonna have to put out traps for them. Well, they had that glued down. Let's see. I'm gonna go in and do my inspection first, and then I'll come back and we'll look at this, because I'm gonna need to comb anyways if I'm taking this all off. Oh, it's heavy. They've been working on it. All right, let's see what they're doing in here. There's a lot of bees in here. This hive is still bigger than this one, but I did splits on the other one. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. This is nuts. Can you guys see that? That's capped honey down in there. On this far edge, right here. That's capped honey on that one, on all these. So this hive is exploding. So I'm not gonna check too many. I wanna keep these girls kind of calm. Yeah, so they're capping all of this. This is the end frame. That's all capped. That is just awesome. That one's all capped honey, nectar, and they're starting to cap it. Wow. Propolis everywhere. Okay, they're starting to cap this one. It's all nectar. There's no eggs, no larvae. And this frame last time had some. I thought the 3 inner ones did. I'll have to look back and see. Looking like there's some brood in this one. All nectar. Some brood hatching. No more eggs. She's all on the bottom now. I don't think she's coming up here to lay anymore. I really think I'm getting honey this year. Oh, dripping nectar. 4 queen cups. No eggs, all nectar in here. So she's not laying up here anymore. Check this one more frame and then I'm done. So that really tells me the nectar flow is on. No eggs up here. Some larvae left though. Okay. Here's some eggs and larvae on this one frame. Not many. Same with that side. Whew. Good, now I have to go in the bottom box. I know the queen's alive. Oh, calm down, girls. I'm really curious on what they got going on up here. Oh yeah, they're in there closing up every cell. So I don't even have to do anything. That's good. I put the other super on that other hive that I split 3 times because they were a strong colony. And I have footage of that the night before. And I'll put that in here so you guys can see that. And they're bearding out the front at night. And I knew they needed space and more airflow. So by looking in there, it didn't seem like they needed a ton of space because they had those 2 frames that were not drawn out. So I figured what I'll do is replace it with these frames. the plastic ones, and see if they draw those out. I also put the honey super on the other Flow Hive top, and by doing that, I'm hoping it gives them more room and they'll start building there. And I did the same as the other one. I put a half a gallon of honey syrup on top, so we'll see what they do and if they start filling out and drawing it out. So I was pretty pleased with the other one with all the frames. I should have picked up the camera and pointed it in there, but basically what you saw when I pulled it out, there's that big round like half moon on each frame, on both sides on each frame all the way down. So there's bees covering it and they're filling it, so I didn't want to make them too mad or anything, so I put them all back together, but really happy about that. So that actually is working good, to put just a little bit of sugar syrup in their feeder on top, so they come up to it and then they get the feed and come down and they start drawing it all out, and it seems like it works pretty good. So a lot better than trying to melt a bunch of wax and dumping it, and I just didn't want to wreck anything either. So if you got a Flow Hive, try that. If it's not working, try putting the sugar syrup, put a feeder on top. I use the rapid round feeders. They work good for me. It only holds a half a gallon, so I'm sure towards like this winter I'll get the in-frame feeder that holds like 2 gallons or whatever. So yeah, that's the gist of it. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna leave the nuke alone and that other hive alone until next week, because that queen should be hatching. A queen should be hatching within the next couple of days here. So next week I will open those up and we'll see. We'll see if something hatched or not, hopefully, because that'd be cool. Then I raise the queen. But they have to go to the mating flight and so forth. So I hope you guys like this content. If you guys got any questions, put it down below. It's my first year doing it, and so far it's fun. It's almost like it's like chickens. You know, chickens are the gateway, and then it's same with beekeeping. Like once you get bees, I'm sure you're gonna want to get other things. And it's super fun and so interesting. It's amazing me how well they work. And the one thing I like about it is all of them bees, they all work together and they don't complain. They just do their job and get it done with. And I think that's the coolest thing, because you get the most work done, the fastest and the most efficient. So I think it's really cool. Definitely liking the bees. They're not going to go anywhere, just like the chickens. So I felt the same way when I got the chickens. It was just right. So this is right. So the wife's been hounding me to get a dairy cow, but we don't have the land for that. Alright, if you guys like the content, hit a thumbs up, and you guys please subscribe. It helps out the channel. Glad you guys see me again. Bye.